What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Gad Talks. Today we are going to be comparing two fitness trackers that have a pretty different price range, and we're going to see which of these is going to be more worth its value and which of these am I going to be preferring based on their price and their styles and their features. Now, before we begin today, if you guys do want to purchase these watches after this video, you guys can use my eBay affiliate link in the video description below, which will take you to eBay and trusted sellers, and I will earn a commission at no extra cost to you. And if you guys have not yet already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, as I'll be coming out with new weekly videos on the latest gadgets, electronics, and smartwatches. So we're gonna begin by introducing each of these smartwatches. On the left here, we're gonna have the P3 Plus fitness tracker. It is IP68 waterproof, which is pretty impressive. That means you can actually submerge this fitness tracker into water. And it also has a swimming mode to actually track your fitness data while you're swimming. On the right here, we have the KW06, also IP68 waterproof smartwatch, which is very impressive for an Android smartwatch because I don't see too many of these that are being IP68 waterproof. Not even IP67 waterproof, so this is something new and it's pretty impressive that comes with a watch that's under $100. So these two are going to differ in price ranges. We're going to go through the features on the P3 Plus, which costs less than $40, and we're going to see what this fitness tracker does and if it's worth the money. First of all, we're going to put this on and check out the features on this watch. This watch does not need wires to be charging because you can actually detach the bands and actually plug it up into an open USB port and start charging that way. I do find it a little hard to put this watch on, so we're not going to put it completely on, but we're going to explore the features. This watch is actually a semi-touchscreen, so it's not full touchscreen. What that means is you really have to just use this one button right here to browse through the features. You got your steps, distance traveled, calories burnt, your multi-sport mode, your blood pressure monitor, your heart rate monitor, your message notifications, and that's pretty much it for the basic functions. To actually use any of these functions, you will want to long press the button right here. So for example, we're going to take a reading from the heart rate monitor, in this case, and see what it comes back with, and we're going to cross-reference the readings between this watch and the next watch we're going to do to see how consistent they are. So I'm getting 71 here. In my opinion, that's a pretty, it's within my expectations of a heart rate reading for someone sitting down and healthy. So remember this, we're going to have a 68 heart rate reading right here for the P3 Plus. Now we're going to check out the KW06, which runs off an Android system. It also has a 4-pin magnetic charger. So it's gonna come with wires to charge your watch. So unlike the P3 Plus, where you can just plug and charge, but this one you actually need a magnetic charger, which requires wires. And first of all, how you want to explore this watch is you want to see how many watch faces it comes with. This is a full touchscreen, so you can actually press anywhere on the screen and you can expect it to react. And you can see how many default watch faces it comes with. So it's quite a bit, which is pretty cool. And it's something that's kind of expected from an Android OS smartwatch. Now, both of these smartwatches are going to be compatible with both iPhone and Android. So, this smartwatch comes in a variety of functions, and being an Android smartwatch, you can expect it to actually download more functions, and we're going to show you how. You're going to have your basic phone functions here. You can have your camera here, which we can check out. It's going to be located on the side of your watch right here. I don't think it's going to be too clear because it's only a 0.3 megapixel, but it's still impressive. It's not too blurry, and it doesn't lag too much. So that's kind of cool. Now we're going to go back. Now you're gonna have some of your more advanced functions that you're not gonna see on standard watch trackers, fitness trackers, like your weather, your Play Store. So after you actually connect it to Wi-Fi, you can actually download more apps. And then you're gonna have your anti-loss. You can also switch platforms. You can have your GPS. Now we're gonna check out the heart rate monitor here and see how consistent these heart rate monitors are to each other, and which one we should actually prefer. So we're getting 85 here. So obviously, it's kind of a little bit out of my expectations. But let's wait for it to stabilize before we make any judgments. Now, I do want to mention that when you do get a reading from your heart rate monitor on any of these watches, you do want to cross-reference it with something that you already know before trusting it any further, especially if these readings are important to you. Now we're getting something more close in 82. So maybe I have sped up my talking for a little bit, which may have raised my heart rate, but now it's just too much. So I am going to trust the reading that I got from the P3 Plus fitness tracker more, just because it was a lot more well within my expectations of being in the 60s or 70s. This one is just fluctuating way too much. So, for the heart rate monitor, I am going to prefer the P3 Plus over this. Aside from the heart rate monitor, the P3 Plus has a blood pressure monitor, which this KW06 does not have. So in that sense, if you are looking for a fitness tracker and a more complete fitness tracking package in your fitness tracker, I will definitely prefer the P3 Plus because it has more functions. It's easy to actually use the interface. I mean, this one is pretty easy as well, but for what it's worth and what it does, the P3 Plus is not hard to use. And for the price, of course, so if you're only looking for fitness tracking and accuracy, the P3 Plus seems like the better choice right now. But if you're looking for more functions, like, just adding on Android functions, the KW06 may be considerable because it's under $100, well under $100. So this is not a bad choice as well, but just make sure that you rely on these health readings once you cross-reference them with something that you already rely on, because they could be off sometimes. Now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.